So today we will read about the adaptation. So first of all, what is adaptation? Adaptation is a process by which an animal or plant undergo alteration in the structure of function of its whole body or its parts that help them to become better fitted to survive and multiply in the environment. That means the changes in their body structure according to the environment. All the organisms present on the earth, they have different structure, body structure, then according to their environment, and this is known as adaptation. So various climatic zones in different parts of the earth, it have some impact on the animals. Since animals do not build houses for protection against weather or use technology to grow desirable crops, changes accumulate in their bodies that help them survive in the wild. That means, just like human being, they are unable to make their home and live in that. So according to the climatic condition, some changes occurs in their body which helps them to survive in that condition, and this is adaptation. So it is important to understand that any change can be regarded as an adaptation only if an organism as well as its offspring demonstrate the particular trait in its subsequent generation. So the adaptation takes millions of years and many generations to come by. It does not occur in a single day. It takes millions of years. So one by one we will read different regions of the earth where different adaptation occurs in animals. First is the polar region. The sun's rays are slanted at the poles throughout the year. Slanted means it is tilted. It does not fall directly. So, in fact, during March to August, the sun does not set at the North Pole. While for the other 6 months, the sun does not rise. That means they experience their 6 months of day and 6 months of night. So in winters, the temperature can be as low as minus 37 degrees Celsius. And thus the animals living there, they have to adapt according to these conditions. Generally, life is not possible there, but some animals and plants are present there which is adapted to these conditions. Do you know polar bears and penguins are literally poles apart? While polar bears are found in the North Pole, penguins are found in South Pole. So first adaptation in polar bear, which is present in North Poles. You can see in this figure the different structures, changes in body shape is there which make them fit for that particular condition. See here, the polar bear is having thick layer of blubber or fat under the skin which helps in insulation of heat. It is so thick that it cannot put the heat outside back, so that it feels hot or it does not feel cold. Under the white fur lies a black skin that absorbs heat from the sun. First of all, see here the outside white fur is there for camouflage in the snow. Camouflage means to mix up with the snow so that the mm, prayers the other animals does not attack on him. And under the white fur there lies a black skin that absorbs heat from the sun. Then fur on soles of the feet for better grip and insulation. Then polar bear is having small ears, very small ears you can see here, which prevents heat loss so that the heat cannot be lost from the body and it feels warm. And strong legs and swimming and running. For swimming and running, legs are because there is ice cold water, and they also do swimming and running in this water because of this strong legs. So this is the adaptation in polar bears. Next is adaptation in penguins. Penguins are present in south poles and they are also having many adaptation in their body, many changes in their body to survive in that particular condition. Penguins develop social behavior. Social behavior means they move in group. They huddle together to conserve body heat. So that because they are in group, so the body heat is conserved there and they feel warm. They also have strong and solid bones. Unlike other birds, they help them to drive and stay underwater for food. So the various adaptation are first the thick layer of blubber or fat under the skin help in insulation of heat, same as polar bears. It is also having thick layer of blubber. Blubber means fat. The body is covered with thick fur to prevent heat loss. Again, it is similar to the polar bear. It is covered with thick fur which prevents the loss of heat. Forelimbs modified to flippers which help them to fly very fast. You can see here the forelimbs, that means the upper hand, it is modified into flippers which helps them to fly very fast underwater. Then legs, strong legs are there for swimming and running. Black feathers at the back absorb heat from the sun. The back portion is black colored which absorb heat from the sun, and white fur for aiding in camouflage against white snow so that it mix up with the snow. The outer part, that means the front part, is white in color which helps them in camouflage against white snow. Streamlined body to reduce drag in water. Drag means friction. Friction offered by water. It is overcome or it is reduced due to the streamlined body. Streamlined body, the two ends are pointed so that it can reduce the friction offered by water. Then webbed feet. You can see there is web like structure, जाल जैसा बना रहता है in its feet which is adapted for swimming, and large feet to distribute the weight over larger area on ice. So these are the different adaptation in penguins. Then adaptation in seals. Seals can hold their breath for a very long time under water. सांस रोक के रख सकता है. Their highly specialized mouths allow them to eat under water without taking in the seawater. So the various adaptation, first is big eyes are specially modified to see underwater. It is having very big eye. Then streamlined body and absence of neck to reduce drag in water. Body is again streamlined and there is no neck, absence of neck, which reduce drag, the friction in water. Then the thick layer of blubber, again the blubber is fat and fur for insulation of heat. This is common in both all the three, the polar bear, penguin and seal. They all having thick layer of blubber and fur for insulation of heat. Long claws that help them grip slippery on ice surface. The nostrils, the nose, are slits that close naturally underwater. It get closes automatically when it get inside the water. And strong flippers that help them to cover considerable distances on land and swim in water. Flip like hand which help them to swim in water. So these are the physical adaptation in seals. So all these are in polar regions. Three animals you have seen here: polar bear, penguin and seal, and different adaptation in them. Rest we will read other day.